Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, I'm in beautiful Portland, Maine, and there's quite a lot going on today. My wife and I are going to be trying to do quite a bit, see a lot of things, and I'll take you along with me. And of course, like every day, I've got a lot to talk about. So first on the list today, we are talking about Concord. Now, we've talked about Concord a lot in previous videos. Player counts continue to dwindle. At the time of filming, there are 38 people playing on Steam, which really isn't a whole lot. There's a lot of reports out there that it takes over 8 minutes to join a game if you can actually find a game. Now, in my opinion, that kind of spells the end for the game. I mean, since you need people to play with and there's no one to play with, no one is getting into game. On one hand, I'm not surprised, but on the other hand, I kind of am surprised. I mean, I didn't expect it to die off that quick. To have only 38 people playing at the same time, I mean, online variety is not going to be very good when it comes to matchmaking. And continuing to talk about games not doing too well, next up we're talking about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This game has flopped, it's not doing well at all, and apparently the studio is laying off people as a result of it. And for specific numbers, it's said that Rocksteady Studios has laid off about 18 of their quality assurance people, which is very interesting considering the game has been reviewed so poorly. You'd figured you'd want to keep those quality people around, but those are the ones they got rid of right away. And it says here, Rocksteady management has allegedly acknowledged that product quality will take a hit as a result of these layoffs. Well, that's another nail in that coffin. Moving on, and well, we're talking about Concord again, because I just got some more information here as I was recording this video. So it turns out as of September 6th, they are removing Concord. They're completely discontinuing the game, and basically it's dead. And yes, they will be refunding people. So here's what they say. At this time, we've decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. So maybe Concord isn't dead, maybe it's going to come back in some other form. However, let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below. Do you think they can salvage this in any way, shape, or form, considering lack of interest seemed to be the biggest problem? But moving on, and next up we're talking about a brand new game for the Game Boy Color, and this one's being offered both physically and digitally. The physical copy of this game is going to cost about $60 and the digital one about $14. And the game is called Zephrys Pass. So they're calling this one a captivating narrative-driven action-adventure game designed specifically for the Game Boy Color. I think this one looks pretty cool. I'll drop a link to the trailer in the description below and let me know your thoughts about this one. Moving on, and we're talking about AIMJunkines and Bungie. Now, we talked about this court case a while back where AIMJunkines lost and were ordered to pay something around $4.3 million to Bungie. Well, they decided to appeal, and unfortunately, their appeal was denied. Now, this is obviously not the result that AimJunkies was going for, but it seems that this is the end of their story. I'm wondering now what happens with AimJunkies moving forward. Can they continue to exist while owing this much money to Bungie, or are they going to fold? Moving on, and we're talking about Halls of Torment, and on Steam right now, this game has been out for a while in early access. It's got over 21,000 reviews and has an overwhelmingly positive review score. And I've got a feeling that review score is going to get even better because Halls of Torment is getting its first official release. It's going out of early access on September 26th, and version 1.0 will be released then. And when I say September 26th, I meant to say September 24th, or subscribe to Mr. Sujano, depending on how you want to interpret that. Anyways, with version 1.0, it's getting a brand new area, it's getting a whole bunch more new stuff, and it's going to be pretty awesome. The price for this game, in my opinion, is super attractive. I mean, it's priced at $6.66. both in euros and in USD. Let me know your thoughts about Halls of Torment in the comments below. Moving on, and we're talking about Lollipop Chainsaw, and a lot of people were up in arms about this game's original mode being changed. And yes, the game is being changed, and yes, they have confirmed exactly what they're going to be changing about it. So here's a list of exactly what they've changed to the original mode, at least what they're saying they've changed. So they say that certain parameters have been adjusted to make it feel more like a modern action game. This includes attack power, movement speed, camera movement range, combo input acceptance time, and initial combo skills. Now, as far as I know, there were no other changes to Lollipop Chainsaw RePop, but I could be wrong, and it's not too much longer until the game is released. It releases on September 12th, so we'll wait and see until then. Next up, we're talking about Call of Duty Future Warfare on the Xbox 360. And if you're unfamiliar with the title of this game, I don't blame you. The game was never released. It appears that an unreleased version of the game was leaked online, and I'll drop a link to the Internet Archive in the description below so you can check it out yourself. And last up here, we're talking about some great news for game developers, especially, well, I guess only if you like to develop for the Game Boy. Game Boy Studio version 4.1.0 just dropped, and this one's got a whole bunch of quality of life improvements. So with version 4.1.0, Game Boy Studio now has prefabs. On top of that, it's going to be a lot easier to track version history. And on top of that, you can also run scripts on multiple threads. So although I'm not a game developer, I think these changes to GB Studio will make things a lot better for the developers out there, and we may get some brand new games out there or improvements to existing games out there. Let me know if you use GB Studio in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. I really like Portland, Maine. This is a really nice area. Anyways, we talked about a whole bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.